It's beer o'clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. Recently, I reviewed a beer from Twice Brewed. Really lovely beer, an IPA type beer, New England IPA type beer that was sent to me by that wonderful bottle shop in Bridgend, nearest beer shop. And after the review, went on my usual social medias, had a little look, and I had a message from Twice Brewed saying, would you like to review the rest of the range? You really like that New England IPA. We have some different beers out there, some interesting beers out there, and they know that I'm a lager fan. So I was like, yeah, absolutely, let's do it. So over the next few days, I suppose, maybe a week, 2 weeks, I'll be reviewing some of the Twice Brewed beers. Some of them really interesting, like this Toxic Juice, Green Lime Sour. Oh, sorry, Green Slime Sour, sorry. 6.1% ABV. A Passion Fruit Juice Sour. Blissed Out Pale. Number of the yeast, 666. Weizenbock, now that looks really good. There's a couple of lagers over there. There's an Iron Brew type beer, and this is what we're doing today. This is the Juno Original Bohemian Pilsner, 5.1% ABV, and I'm really quite excited for this, to be honest with you. Really quite excited. 5.1% ABV. A Czech style lager. So without further ado, it's in a 440 milliliter can. I really like the branding on this can. Let's get the beer out into a glass and see what we get. A little bit of smoke on the can opening. Beer in the glass. I just realised that maybe I could have used my Czech beer glass, maybe my Budvar glass for this, but hey ho, we've chosen this glass. We've got a little bit of etching on the bottom of the glass here. I doubt very much it's a can conditioned beer, being a Bohemian Pilsner. Oh, there's a little bit of haze in there though. So this brewery are based in Northumberland in the UK. Another place I've never been to, Northumberland. I need to go. I need to go one day. So we got a 1 finger white head. Good levels of carbonation on this beer. The glass has condensation on it. The beer is quite cold. I've had it out the fridge about 15 minutes, but it's still quite a chilled beer. Being a Czech Pilsner, you want that to be, you want it to be quite cold, but it looks very good. Straw coloured, a little bit of haze. Let's get the aroma. Fabulous. Little bit of dryness. I know you can't smell dryness, but the characteristics of the aroma, because I've drank so much of these, it's like a crisp malt. I can tell it's going to be really crispy and dry and very refreshing. A little bit of kind of spicy pepperiness coming through on the back end. And a certain level of crispness. Oof. Let's dive in. Cheers, everybody. Yeah, I think first and foremost, it's very good. It's got this kind of like slight kind of sharp, bitter finish on the back end. It has that real crispness, that real kind of crisp, dry bitter finish on it. The malt comes through at the beginning of the flavour. So it's a balanced beer between crisp, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of crispness over here, and then a lovely kind of bitter finish over here with a dry finish. A fantastic example of a Czech Pilsner. And let's make no kind of bones about it, if you like. I mean, this is a brewery in Northumberland. Obviously they love their different lagers, because we have another lager here somewhere. I know we have another Juno. This is a Czech dark lager. If my friend from Budvar watches this video, he knows I like a Czech dark lager. What else have we got? And we have this Weizenbock as well, don't we? Which is kind of. What I'm trying to say is, this is a brewery that understands not just kind of like British style or kind of American style beers. It's really cool, actually. It's really interesting and really cool that they've gone out and there's a world of beer out there, isn't there? Germany, some of the most brilliant breweries in the world come from Germany. Czech Republic, they brew some of the best lagers in the world. I think every modern UK brewery these days, I think they have to have a lager in their range because it's popular. Brewing a lager, though, is a challenge. This is really good lager. Good carbonation. Peppery, spicy, a little bit of bitterness. Beautiful beer. Beautiful beer. But brewing lager in the UK is a challenge, and it's a challenge for two reasons. First reason, lager takes longer. Lager means to store. So you have to store the beer. You have to it takes longer for the process to happen, for this lager process to happen. A good lager is 90 days. 90 days in fermentation vessels. So it's taken up a lot, whereas an ale can be done in three to 4 weeks. So it's a case of brewing this lager is going to take 3 times as long as brewing an ale. The other thing that I'd like to point out is British lager is quite expensive compared to, and it's a very difficult message to get across. The difficult message is, you go to the supermarket and you can pick up bottles of Kronbacher, bottles of Paul Anna lagers, really good German lagers. You can pick up Budvar, really good Czech lager. And all of these things are quite cheap, and they're quite cheap because they're volume brewers. They're good quality brewers, but they're volume brewers. The trouble is with British lager, and I say the trouble is, it's an unfortunate kind of situation where a small British brewery is producing a lager. It's costing more to store it, it's costing a lot more to make it. They can't compete. The problem is they can't compete with your Kronbachers and your Budvars on price. It's almost like it's down to the people who buy, in this case, twice brewed beers, to say, hey, you know, we're willing to buy the lager and drink the lager. If you're from Northumberland or around the world, because you know we've got the internet these days, don't we, and deliveries. It's down to you people to go, hey, you know, we're going to support British lager, we're going to support good quality British lager, and okay, it might cost a little bit more, but you know what? I don't want this stuff to disappear. I don't want British brewers to go, you know, this is just too much of a pain in the backside to produce really good lagers, because one, it takes so long to brew, and two, it's more expensive than quality supermarket lager. But give it a go. It's fantastic. It really is a fantastic beer. A crisp and clean tasting traditional Czech style Pilsner, pale golden colour, fresh and grassy with slightly sweet notes and a touch of spice. Brilliant. Brilliant beer. 440 milliliter can. You can pick it up at twicebrewed.co.uk. I'm going to rate it. It looks very good. Look at the lacing on the glass. Look at that beautiful looking beer. A well-made beer. Really good quality. A good looking beer. Good aroma, good taste. 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 from Real Ale Craft Beer. Please put your comments in the comments box. Subscribe to our daily beer and food reviews. Give us a big fat thumbs up. Boom. Cheers.